Hello everyone. Welcome if you are new and welcome back to the channel. These are the secret code name readings for our full moon in Scorpio. I'm dealing with full-blown allergies. So I have taken every precaution. I've taken 24-hour fucking allergy medicine. I've taken Dayquil. I've got Sinex. My nose is not agreeable, so I also have a waste bin and some tissues. So I may be handling my nose. I do not believe in a million years that I will make it through the entire live without having to deal with my nose at least once. So I'm giving you all a heads up. It was super fun at work today. And I'm sure it'll be super fun now. So sorry in advance if it completely bothers you and annoys you. I really can't help the fact that I have allergies. It happens every year this time of year when winter turns to spring, and every year when fall turns to winter. So hey Kelly, how you doing? And you can hear it in my voice. You can hear my voice is a little different. I've got Ricola here too. So I may be indulging in some Ricola at some point. I'm doing the best I can with it. So what are you gonna do, man? I'm fucking human as hell. So for these readings today, the secret code names, they will be time-stamped in the comments after the live is over. Okay, so you'll be able to go back and pick whatever secret code name resonates with you. The secret code names are Giraffes on the Plane, Persephone, Mint Chocolate Chip, and Smiley Balloon. All right, those are the 4 secret code names for today. For those of you who are not familiar with what secret code names are, they are purchased by individuals via my Etsy shop. All right, the link for my Etsy store is in the description. They are purchased by individuals, and each individual is given their secret code name. So each of those secret code names belongs to someone. They know that this is their personal reading. The beauty of it is that you, as a viewer, if you didn't get your own personal reading, you can resonate or be drawn to one of the secret code names that might stand out to you or speak to you in some way. And most likely, because we're all connected in the greater universal scheme of things, there's most likely a message in there for you, all right, that you can take away from it and continue in your own healing process. So this full moon is big. All right, let me show you what this cosmos looks like. Let's see if I can actually get it. Maybe it's too bright. Camera, don't fail me now. You've been so good. You've been so good. There we go. All right, we just got to hold it a little bit closer. So this is what it fucking looks like. You can see all that red in there. Okay. Red is challenging. We'll put it that way. Red is challenging. We have different squares going on from the nodes and Mercury to different things going on. We have the sun in opposition, obviously, to the moon, but the nodes and Uranus are also involved in that. Jupiter and Eris are squaring Mars and Lilith, which popped back into Cancer. Okay, Lilith has not touched Cancer in quite a while, a few weeks. It's been just hanging out in Leo and Virgo, but it definitely peaked back into Cancer. Hey Lorraine, how you doing? So we got Lilith in there. There's a lot coming up with her lately. I just did a reading the other day for those of you who were patient, and Adam and Lilith came up huge in that reading. I will also, after this live, nose permitting, really, I will be doing a Flames bonus edition, okay, for this full moon in Scorpio. It will be separate, all right? It won't be part of the secret code names. I'll do it after this live if my face my face allows it. Really, y'all have no idea how fucked my sinuses are at the moment. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, we've got a lot of interesting energy going on. You know, we've got the semi-sextile with Chiron and Uranus that's been hanging out. And a lot of other jazz, right? Saturn is aspecting on these nodes, and which is the whole reason why it's an eclipse, right? It's a partial eclipse, because whenever the sun and the moon are in opposition near the nodes, that's when you have lunar eclipses, all right? When they're near the nodes. This is about 10, 11 degrees away from the nodes, which is why it's partial. All right, it's not a total lunar eclipse because it's not like right on the nodes. I think it has to be within, well, depending on who you ask, about 3 to 6 degrees from the nodes in order for it to be a total eclipse. All right, so this is a partial one. I know, I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. It's about 7:30 here now, 7:20. So, yeah, I did a full day of work. I even stayed late to finish a lot. We were working on different like big engine pieces. I couldn't leave. The bell went off and I had one piece left and I was like, fuck that. Like, I'm not just going to leave one piece, and it's all OT on Friday anyway. So I was like, fuck it. I'll stay and get it done. Send it over to, you know, the wash area so that they can clean all the burr shit off, all the steel dust off, and get it popping for Monday. You know what I mean? I'm not going to leave one piece. So that's why my boss loves me. That's why my boss loves me. I get shit done. I get shit done. Then I flew home, got ready-ish, tried to fix my face, and now we're here. So, yeah, there's a lot going on with this energy. Even Venus, okay, and Gemini, is sextiling on Jupiter, and it's aspecting on the nodes very loosely, but aspecting on the nodes. So there's a lot of shift happening. Pluto is also T-squaring them. All right, now with this Pluto aspect, because Pluto is also opposing this Lilith, Pallas, Athena type energy. Lilith being at 26 degrees Cancer, still technically in retrograde when the eclipse was at its peak today. And Pallas, who just transited into Leo. All right. Now, Pallas is our self-defense system. Okay. If we think of, you know, Aries being a god of war and an aggressor, Pallas Athena is a goddess of war, but she is defensive. She is strategically defensive. So she is our defense system. And it just kicked into Leo. So going from a very intuitive place, right, where your intuition and your emotions were key factors in determining where you should have been moving. Now it's in Leo, so it's full-blown war mode, full-blown pride mode, full-blown power, right, into the sign of the ego. If your ego is hurt, that is a sign, right? That is a sign that you need to be on your own defense, take your own defense, take your own high ground, be the bigger person, and exit the situation, right? If you're talking about Pallas Athena and your defense system, if someone is literally hurting your ego and hurting your pride, chances are you are in a misaligned situation and you need to let it go. Okay. If your emotions are being super fucking triggered into wanting to, you know, lash out, because we're talking about Lilith in Cancer, retrograding in Cancer, the projection of being passive aggressive in its shadow, right? The crab kind of goes from side to side. It beats around the bush. It doesn't take things head on like Leo does. If you find yourself being emotionally fickle, or feeling like someone is attacking you and you've got to kind of get at them sideways and you're trying to manipulate things sideways because you've been hurt, then you're in a misaligned situation and you should probably exit the situation, right? This is why this secret code name reading this whole live is themed with what is dead must finally die. Okay, what is dead must finally die. If it is past its expiration date, you need to let it go. All right, you need to let it go. Pluto T-squaring the nodes. This is a fate and destiny transformation kind of thing. These are happening in fixed signs. This is a now or never, make it or break it, go all or go home, like moment. This is not something you can rewind and change your mind on. Like the transformations happening now are caterpillar to butterfly transformations. The butterfly doesn't go back to being a caterpillar. It doesn't work that way, right? These are permanent fixed transformations that are happening in order to redirect you in whatever direction is in your highest good, right? Especially if you have certain placements around 15 degrees, you know, Taurus, and Scorpio, or in the Leo Aquarius placements, because that would be completely squaring it, right? If your natal chart has placements, you know, give or take 5 degrees in either direction from there, it's going to be aspecting it and affecting those things. So be really aware of it all, right? Aware of all this stuff going on. If you're going through emotional loops and you feel like you're in some fucking twilight zone and you can't believe the shit you're seeing and you can't believe the shit you're hearing. Like, I walked into work today. You want to hear some shit? When I left the day before, I had 32 pieces on my dock, right, in my bay where I work. 32. And when I came in this morning, because I had done 16 grinds and had 16 left to do, and I had them split 16 on my bay. And when I came in this morning, I finished the grinds and realized one was missing. Well, the tubes don't have fucking legs. You know what I mean? So between me leaving the day before and coming in that morning, someone had literally taken and moved a piece, to where me and the rest of the team like tore apart our area looking for it, because we're like, who the fuck is playing a joke? Like, it's kind of a fuck joke. But I'm also up for a promotion to a very high position. Okay, it's actually my admins actually recommended me apply for it, which says a lot. If I get it, fingers crossed, I'll be making as much money per hour as my dad did the day he retired. So it's a big position, right? And I'm up against a few other people who have been there longer than me. I can only assume that if it wasn't a joke, it was sabotage, because why else, right? Especially with the scorpionic energy. It deals with what is Martian energy, right? Mars, and Pluto, which is sabotaging impulse, right? The two planets that kind of co-rule Scorpio. And so I immediately let my boss know this morning, like, hey, like, this is the deal. We looked all over for it, looked in other bins, looked to see where it could possibly be, and it wasn't there. You know, we couldn't find it. So, you know, fortunately for me, it didn't actually blow back on me, but they are keeping an eye on the station, especially during the shifts where people are there and I'm not there. But it's the kind of energy going on, like, people are impulsively doing things. And you got to remember, like, Saturn also aspecting on these nodes from Pisces. Pisces is a spiritual sign, and Saturn is about divine order. It's kind of like the law of the cosmos, spiritually speaking. Like, Libra is law in, you know, a very balanced type of harmony, right? And it works really closely with this Saturn energy that we're feeling, because Saturn being karma, it's kind of the debt collector, right? If Libra is the balance of things, Saturn is the debt collector that makes it balanced, or the payer, right, of positive karma that makes things balanced. So if Saturn, right, is aspecting on this fate and destiny thing, if we're not being mindful of the spiritual scale of it all, people could flip realities very quickly and put themselves in a position that they can't necessarily get out of because of these fixed signs, right? Pisces is mutable. So Saturn being quickly changing and aspecting these fixed signs, things could flip really quickly, and you could be like, oh shit, I can't actually undo what was done, and it can change everything. So be really mindful of what your choices are, because there's repercussions, right? There are can't go back and say sorry to fix it consequences. Like sometimes, yeah, sincere apology, great, you know, like let's start from there. Let's start a clean slate from there. And other times people make choices and it doesn't matter how many times you say you're fucking sorry. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter how many times someone says they're sorry, because they done fucked up to the point that sorry doesn't cut it. So it's that kind of shit. All right. So to be really aware, whatever house Scorpio rules for you, the choices you make could have serious consequences to that house. So like if you have Scorpio 6th house, right, that's going to affect your health and the way you serve other people, right? Like, please be aware. If you have Scorpio ruling in the 12th house, like certain things, like some secrets might seriously come up and, you know what I mean? Like eclipse your dreams, eclipse your soul, right? This is an eclipse type thing. It could have, you could have to keep secrets until the day you fucking die. You know, certain secrets with Scorpio in the 12th, right? If you're a Sag rising, there's certain things that happen that, you know, you're going to have to take it to the grave or pay the consequences severely, not to mention 12th house things that get buried, get brought up next life. So those are things that you would have to literally go through and pay on a reincarnation basis. You know what I mean? Like you're going to come back and pay for that shit. 12th house ain't no fucking joke, right? Whatever you got going on in the 12th house, don't fuck around. Wherever you have Scorpio, that is literally where the eclipse energy is. And the only way to really get through it is to stay in alignment with Taurian energy. Okay. And the light of Taurian energy, which is fucking gratitude, right? Fucking gratitude. I'm going to blow my nose really quickly off camera. Hopefully the microphone doesn't pick any of it up, but I warned y'all I had allergies while they're fucking kicking in. So give me just a second, y'all. Okay. Thank you. It'll probably be a thing. So that's essentially where we are with these cosmic energies. All right, with that said, we are going to get into the readings. So the secret code names again are Giraffes on the Plane, Persephone, Mint Chocolate Chip, and Smiley Balloon. The timestamps will be in the comments after the live. I am using my Icarus Tarot. I am using my Occult Tarot. And I am using my Tarot of the Abyss. All very scorpionic. And I love it. I myself am a Scorpio South Node conjunct Pluto. I also have Juno in there. I'm a Venus Scorpio. So I've got quite a few scorpionic placements. I also have my White Moon in there. I also have Fortune in there. So, you know, just a lot. Just a lot. So we're going to see. We're going to see what is going on. The Icarus Tarot I'm going to be using as a milestone energy. The Occult Tarot I'm going to be using as a what demon or shadow you are overcoming, right? What is it? What lower energy has been affecting whatever the milestone is, and essentially what that looks like with the Tarot of the Abyss. So, yeah. Oh, my allergies are being a fucking asshole. For real. Yeah, I could barely sleep last night. How I'm awake right now is beyond me. It's beyond me. I went to Little Bear yesterday and picked myself up like a large sunny day, which is like their Bear Bomb, and it's like an energy drink, and I was drinking it all day at work today. So, blessings, right? Coming sunny day energy drinks. All right. first secret code name. Oh, we're starting at 20 minutes. All righty then. All right. Giraffe on the plains. And when I got the visual for the secret code name, it literally looked like a herd of giraffe hanging out on the plains, right? The open plains. And the cool thing about giraffe is, you know, they are essentially the warning, right, for every other animal on the plain, because they could see more than every other animal on the plains, right? They could see from a higher perspective. And so when the giraffe take off, everybody else starts taking off in the same direction because the giraffes see the threat first. And I was just thinking about how the open plain gives them the best view, right? Because there's nothing obscuring it. They can see very quickly when something comes onto the plains. And so I got this vibe of like an early warning system, okay, when I got the giraffe on the plains secret code name. So if you were drawn to it, that's exactly what I felt. I felt like it was an early warning system. So we're going to see what comes up with this. What is the milestone energy that this is surrounding, please, Spirit, for this what is dead must finally die energy, right? What is it? What is it that is dying? Quote unquote, right? Dying. Ooh, we got the Emperor. Hoo, 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 hoo. Temperance is on the bottom. And Vision is on the top. This is the Emperor card that flew out. All right. So I think you're starting to have a new visual about what it is that you're manifesting in your life, that you're choosing in your life. I think interesting being giraffe on the plain, and we get Temperance, right, which is this very almost gazelle-like looking creature. I think you're changing the way you do things, or changing the quote-unquote plan. I think you're starting to see things differently, which means you're doing things differently, okay? You're seeing things differently, then you're also doing things differently. And that changes the game. It changes the manifestation, right? Because the Emperor is our masculine energy. It could also be surrounding a masculine energy in your life, right? If you want to take it that way. It could be a divine masculine energy, okay? Someone who is heartless, right? Or acts as if they have no heart or no care for other people. It could also be, and I feel like it's your ability to create your vision, because I'm being drawn to the fact that it has a very distinguished third eye kind of thing going on here, just like the Vision card does. And I feel like Emperor being yang energy, right? Doing energy, willpower energy. I feel like you're doing things in accordance with your vision, without a care, like in the regard that it doesn't necessarily, what you choose doesn't concern other people. It's not their business what you choose. You're choosing it because you need to choose it. Because you need to choose it for you, which is causing a serious alchemizing, balancing thing going on in your reality. I think people who would be triggered by you and what you're doing I think that's your early warning system. Like, that's your red flag. Don't do what you need to do for you because I need certain things. Just wait a minute. And it's like, no, I'm not waiting a minute. I think you have a certain vision of what you want to manifest and you can't actually care. If you're going to manifest it, you're going to manifest it. And if you start, factoring in other things or factoring in other people or start caring about other shit, you're not going to manifest it. I think if it's something that you want, you have to focus on it wholeheartedly. So what is the shadow being released with this eclipse? How fast? The Two of Swords builds towers, provides weapon and ammunition, sends soldiers to appointed places. The Two of Swords. I think you're letting go of the pause. Stagnation. The feeling of being between a rock and a hard place, right? Especially if you do have certain desires that you want to manifest and you can't because you're between a rock and a hard place. I think you're saying, fuck the rock and a hard place. I'm just going to fucking do it. So what does this look like then? Insight, clarification on what this looks like. So that's exactly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you straight up said, I can't give a shit about what anybody else wants or needs right now because I want and need this, and it's not going to fucking happen if I keep giving a shit about everybody else. They could find the solution to their problem. It's their fucking problem. Yeah, this is clarifying exactly what the fuck I just said. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, Empress reversed. You're trying to move forward, right? 8 of Cups, you're trying to move forward. Home in the background might be significant. You don't want to do it anymore. You're trying to walk away. 6 of Pentacles, no, but we need this. We need that, right? We need, help us. And it puts you in this fucking mental prison because people need you. And you don't receive what you are meant to receive, right? This fucking Empress in reverse, you don't receive it. Clarify it, please. Yeah, 10 of Swords, Page of Swords. Six of Wands. King of Swords, King of Cups. Yeah, the Empress in reverse clarified by the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Like you might just have to say, I'm moving forward and be very cold about it. If you got to jump ship, you got to jump ship. 8 of Cups clarified by the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is the Owl. And the Wise Man. Like, you might have to betray, quote unquote, betray some people in order to create what it is you want to create moving forward. You're looking at the wisdom, right? And the wisdom is saying, please move on. Please move on. Yes, you are going to betray them. In the divine mirror of things, it is because they betray themselves or have betrayed themselves, and it's not your problem to fix that. They already made their choices. You're being distracted. You're being distracted. The Page of Swords, there's a maze behind them. She's on her knees, just like these people begging. They're keeping you stuck in a maze. They're keeping you stuck in a maze. You're praying for a miracle because you don't want to disappoint them. You don't want to not do for them, but you want to manifest what you want to manifest. So you're fucking praying for a miracle. Like, how do I do this? And Spirit's like, cut them off. Let them go. Just cut them off. Just let them go. It's just like, damn, you know, like, you're not getting any other answer. You're not getting any other answer. Oh, man. You're afraid of actually winning. With the 8 of Swords clarified by the 6 of Wands. Maybe you don't know what success feels like. Maybe you've had tastes of it before and then it disappeared, and that's because you've always sabotaged yourself. So Spirit's like, can you please go all or go home, right? Either go all or go home. All in. You got to go all in, right? 99% is not 100. You can't just dip your foot in the pool. Like, you got to kind of jump in and just acclimate to it, you know? Like, yeah, you might just have to get really cold about it and jump ship. King of Cups and King of Swords. Cut them off and jump ship. It's like that song. Little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. There's a million trillion things I would rather fucking do than to be fucking with you. It's that. It's that energy. Little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You gotta save your money too. If you gotta save your money, then you gotta save your money. And this might be the fucking problem. Because you might need a lot of money to do whatever you're doing. And if you keep giving a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here and a little bit there to everybody who needs something, you don't manifest what you want to manifest. They got money problems. That's their problem. Maybe they got shit they can sell off. Maybe they have shit that, you know, they can let go of. Maybe they can, well, not everybody can, to be fair. But if they can, maybe they can get a fucking job. Doing something, tell them to go get a fucking job. If they're able-bodied, they can go get a fucking job. Yeah, this is your bread that you're baking, right? This is your bread. That's your money. That's your bread. You made it. That's your shit. That's your shit. You got to take a leap of faith on your fucking self. Your money's your money. Don't be giving that shit away just because you feel bad. Fuck that. Fuck that. Early warning signs. Listen to your gut feeling, because if a part of you doesn't want to give it, it's because it's going to hurt later when you don't have what you want to have. You know? For real. Stop giving your fucking hard-earned energy away. Little stupid ass bitch. Fucking with you. There's a million trillion things I would rather fucking do than to be fucking with you. Stop giving your fucking money away to people who haven't fucking earned it. They ain't earning it. They want money for shit, they can fucking earn it. They can go get a fucking job. They can go get a fucking job. It's like someone who has a cigarette habit, but they don't have a job, and they're like, oh, can you buy me cigarettes? Oh, can I bum them off of you? Be like, bitch. If I just smoked, right? And we're going to say I smoke cigarettes for a second, but we all know I'm straight edge. Okay, I don't actually smoke cigarettes. But let's just say for a second That if I just smoked the cigarettes I wanted to smoke, I might buy a pack or two a week. But because I'm bumming them to you, because I'm buying you a pack so that you don't have to fucking take mine, instead of spending $15, $20 on cigarettes a week, I'm spending fucking $60. Like, go fuck yourself and get a job. I ain't supporting your habit. You smoke like a fucking chimney. That's not my problem. You might be smoking more because they want to smoke one with you, and then they're outside talking while you're smoking, and then you end up having another one, and it's like, yo, like, I didn't even want to smoke 2 cigarettes. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of shit. Like, go handle your business. You're fucking grown. You're grown. Go do some shit. Grown ass adult. They don't know how to make money. There's plenty ways to make money, okay? There's plenty ways to make money. You can go on Indeed and find a job. You can start a fucking OnlyFans, all right? Like, whatever floats your boat. But there are tons of ways to make money. Tons. So it's like, go make it. Money's out there in the world. Go fucking make it. Go fucking make it. For real. All right. Next secret code name. I hope that has helped you. Giraffe on the plains. If you need to save your fucking money and you got fucking beggars around in your energy, tell them to fucking handle their own shit. Not your monkeys, not your fucking circus. You're gonna do bread. And if they're hungry, well, then they better start baking. Real note. All right. Secret code name Persephone. Starting 3645 Persephone. All right, secret code name Persephone. And those who are drawn to this message, what is the milestone energy that is being let go of, right? This what is dead must finally die. What is it? What is it that is finally changing? Justice. Justice flipped up in the deck. We've got the Wheel of Fortune on bottom and the moon on top. Now, I think it's interesting because this Wheel of Fortune is like a chainsaw, right? And you can see the wrist at the bottom is dismembered. The hand is severed from the arm. And we have this wolf type energy with the moon. And I just keep getting like a biting the hand that feeds you kind of vibe. And justice. Justice being the main card out. So I feel with these energies, if someone's been taking from you and taking from you and taking from you and abusing it, right? Biting the hand that feeds them, that's ending. That's ending. I think the illusion with the moon, the secret with the moon, I think that you can sense the change coming, but you don't necessarily know how it's going to happen. Because it's not necessarily you confronting it. Justice is a little bit of divine order, okay? And I'm feeling it like Someone else's misfortune is going to become your fortune. So if you've been draining energy in a certain way, I feel like the universe is about to twist things. And they find themselves in quite an unfortunate situation because I think they're very aware of the fact that they've been taking from you and abusing it, right? Biting the hand that feeds them. I think they're consciously aware that they've been doing that and quote unquote getting away with it. I think the universe is going to flip that around. I don't even feel like you're confronting it. I feel like the universe is kind of stepping in like, gotcha. And showing you a mercy. Because you might not even be in a position, honestly, to stop them from biting the hand that's feeding them, right? It might be a situation where you could never or would never actually hurt them. It's not a part of the divine order of things. And so because you are not the person or character that would ever hurt this person or stop this person or be confrontational like that, the universe is simply intervening. I mean, if you think about it, the moon is card number 18, which is a 9, right? The wheel of fortune is 10 and justice is 11. It's literally 9, 10, 11. Something is absolutely ending, completely starting in a new direction, and it's going to come from a place of self-mastery because I feel like you didn't lose your integrity. You stood in your light and maintained your integrity and kind of just prayed to the universe like, hey, I know this shit's fucked up. They know this shit's fucked up. And there's nothing that can actually be done about it outside of divine intervention. And I feel like the divine answers. So what is the demon or the shadow or the lower energy that's disappearing with this? Let's get some more insight into what this is. 𝗲𝗄 and 𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐽𝑠, which is interesting because underneath the Wheel of Fortune is the Emperor and the Devil under that. And 𝗲𝗄 is the Emperor. And then 𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐽𝑠 is the King of Swords. 𝗲𝗄 controls the weather, rain, and lightning, cures or causes pestilence. And then 𝐿𝐼𝐴𝐽𝑠 reveals knowledge of forthcoming battles and procures the favor of lords and kings. Yeah, see, I think you knew that whoever you were dealing with controlled the experience or controlled a lot of what was going on in the reality, right? Their presence can change the room. What they're going through in their life affects everybody else's life, right? They control the weather. And I think knowing that if you confronted them, it would essentially start a shitstorm or start a battle, which is why you really couldn't confront what was going on, or you couldn't really confront them or try and change it because they are potentially volatile or sharp or extremely calculating and are a get revenge type energy because you took away from me things that I didn't deserve to have in the first place, right? But they're bitter. It's kind of like that energy where someone that confronting them would have started a bigger battle that wouldn't have even been worth it because you would have continued to have to do what you're doing anyway. And I think the universe understood that, right? I think the universe understood that you were dealing with someone who is very toxic. Who knows how to get people on their side, and not necessarily because they're right, but because people don't want to deal with them. For example, right? And I'll give an example. My mother, she was so volatile in her reaction to things. She was so loud and aggressive that people would agree with her just to stay out of her crosshairs. They would back her up and support her just to stay out of her crosshairs. One of my exes, right? One of my most recent exes was the same thing. He was very aggressive when he argued. He would use words to confuse and interrupt, and he wouldn't stop. He was relentless to the point that you had to agree with him just to shut him the fuck up. You could disagree, but until he believed that he changed your mind and manipulated you into believing what he wanted you to believe, until he believed it, like, he wouldn't stop. He would go on rants for 2, 3, 4 fucking hours until he changed your mind. And he wouldn't actually change your mind, but you would have to tell him that he's right. Nope, you're right. And you'd have to convince him that you believed it, right? It couldn't be a sarcastic, no, you're right, you're right, you're right. No, because he would keep going. It's like one of those things where the person is just so obnoxious in their energy that no one wants to actually deal with them. So it's like an agree just to go back to a stable place, because it's like nothing else exists until they're satisfied, right? It's that kind of energy. I think that's what's ending. And because you couldn't necessarily do anything about it, I believe that the universe is kind of stepping in and doing it for you in some which way, shape, or form, coming out of this, eclipse energy. So let's get some more insight into the situation. Let's see what else is going on with it. Spirit, please, for secret code name Persephone. What other insight? What other insight to this big release, right? Who is essentially the eclipse of this unjust emperor. This is the release of burden, the 10 of Wands in the reverse. The release of conflict, 5 of Wands in the reverse. I'm holding this up right? Yeah. What else? The 6 of Pentacles. And give me one more and then clarities, please. The Tower with the Queen of Cups. All right, clarities. Clarify the 10 of Wands reversed. The 5 of Wands reversed. The 6 of Pentacles. And the Tower with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this was someone who was fucking torturing you. It's this vibe of... It's definitely this vibe of torture. It's like keeping the butterfly trapped in a jar. And he's got 5 swords stuck in this little muffin-looking thing. But it's almost like he uses it to torture the butterfly. And you see that weird smirk on his face. Like, this is someone who's... really kind of fucking twisted. Like, they actually take pleasure in the pain and discord they cause. It's this sense of power that feeds them. They know they control everything. think Spirit's about to take everything from them. And I think you're going to be in like a thank God moment. I think Spirit's going to force them in a different direction. Ten of Wands, we got the Wheel of Fortune out again. Fortune's definitely changing in your favor, right? The burden's being dropped. Double tens, right? Fortune is changing in your favor. That's Jupiter energy. Could have a lot to do with that Jupiter sextile to Venus. Especially if you have placements around 27 degrees that are positively aligned, right, to those energies. Five of Wands reversed, clarified by the Three of Wands. Gosh, it looks like it definitely looks like a ship's coming in. Like you're no longer conflicted. Because if the ship's not coming in, it's definitely going away. I feel like it's coming in. I think that you having a prayer answered. Because you've been giving and giving and giving. You've been giving and giving. And all you want to do is reinvent yourself, like to be free. You just want to reinvent yourself and be free of whatever this is, whoever this is. And I think the Tower hits, right? The Tower hits the Queen of Cups. Watery energy, right? This watery heart space. And transforms the Queen of Cups into death. The epitome of water, right? Scorpionic depth. It's a female energy. It's like the Tower strikes. And the Queen of Cups becomes this scorpionic goddess. Major transformation. Right, and this is fixed energy. So I think whatever change happens, I don't think there's a reverting or a going back to how things were previously. I think this is a permanent change. So once the said person exits the energy, I think it's very permanent. Like even if they tried to come back in later, I don't think they'd be able to. I think you and your own energy would prevent that from happening. This is someone who's arrogant in their taking, right? Arrogant and abusive with what they take. They abuse it, biting the hand that feeds them. No gratitude, no appreciation. You're not going to let them back in. Once they exit, you're not letting them back in. They're done. Yeah, they're done. Okay. Shuffle on the cards and we're going to get into mint chocolate chip. Secret code name mint chocolate chip is next. I do a quick blow on the nose too, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. My fucking nose. When I tell you I've tried everything, I've tried everything. I've tried everything. It's insane. If y'all have any good ideas, because I've already taken a fuck ton of allergy medicine and Sinex, like the Vicks Sinex spray, I've already done all that. So if y'all have any suggestions on how to keep my nose from being an asshole, it would be much appreciated. It would be much appreciated. And let me know in the comments. All right. Yep. I'll be right back. I'm going to go take care of my nose for just a second. And we'll get into secret coding mint chocolate chip. This Vicks stuff is supposed to last for like 12 hours, and that's a lie. That is not so. I wish it worked longer. Okay. Thank you for your patience. All right, mint chocolate chip. Secret code name mint chocolate chip. And we are starting at 57 minutes, 25 seconds. All right, so mint chocolate chip. I literally straight up saw this fucking ice cream. That was all Spirit showed me. And it looked delicious. So if you were drawn to the secret code name, this message is for you. Spirit, what is in the theme of what is dead must finally die, right? What is that whole theme surrounding? Yeah, I do sleep elevated. I do have herbal tea. I do have herbal tea. I might do that for sure. Thank you, Story. Yeah, mint chocolate chip. Trust me, if my nose was not like it was, I would be eating all kinds of dairy. I've been avoiding it like the plague. All right, mint chocolate chip. Here we go. What is it that is finally being let go of? Ooh. Greed. And the chains that bind, right? Bottom of the deck is the Hanged Man, and Vision is on top. Well, I think what you're dealing with, this Hanged Man energy, is someone stuck right in their belief systems. I feel like what is being let go, and they're fucking greedy. Okay, that's been made very clear. And they may be very strong in their water placements. Okay, water and earth placements. Because we've got the death card under that. And the beware card under that. Followed by the tower. Okay. I feel like with these cards, it's almost as if someone has... like someone has a weird plan on how to take from you. Okay. And I think it's interesting. We're talking about mint, right? Mint chocolate chip. And mint is a money herb. Okay. Mint is a money herb. But mint, if you think about mint, right, with like the banks, right, they mint money and things like that, like, and it's green. All of this money energy. I think someone has a plan, but I think you already see it, like with the vision. I think you already see it. Like someone's stuck. They don't want to actually put in the work or put in the effort. And so they're kind of banking on you in a way. And I think they're trying to go around it in a very sideways, under the radar kind of way. But I think you're already very keen on who or what this is. It could also be somebody who acquires money through dirty means, right? Like dirty money. They don't earn an honest living. It's either underhanded and under the table. They don't earn an honest living. Or they acquire money or assets in very, very kind of shady ways. What is the shadow or the demon, quote unquote, being released with this eclipse energy? What is the energy being released? Because I feel like you're aware of it, or at least you sense it. It's almost like you could see what they're planning in a weird way. And maybe you question if you're right or not, and I'm telling you, you are. We've got the Six of Swords and Temperance, Seer, and Cressel. Travels the world over in an instant and brings anything anywhere. Gives the truth about thefts and hidden treasures, willing to do anything one commands. Makes great noises and warms water. Gives the truth about thefts and hidden treasures. I think this person is honest about how they get over on other people. How they take from other people. When they had no business claiming it, but it's almost like they're proud of it. Right? Like if you think about it, right? Because he's flying on Perseus, and I forget. It was one of the tasks that had to be completed where he cut off Medusa's head. He cut off Medusa's head. Now, you know the mythos surrounding Medusa. She was a beautiful Gorgon, a beautiful woman, and was essentially abused, we'll just put it like that, in Athena's temple by Poseidon. Athena got pissed off and at Medusa, not Poseidon, at Medusa, even though Medusa was the victim of Poseidon in Athena's temple. Athena got pissed off at Medusa, and Zeus punished Medusa for Athena. And then all of a sudden, Medusa's this horrible villain, you know, because everybody she looks at turns to stone, which is just the way Zeus fucking made her. Okay? Turned her from a beautiful Gorgon to this ugly, hideous beast that turns people to stone. And then someone was sent to take off her head. And they're like, see, look, I got the head of Medusa. Hooray, I've slain the beast. But if you think about it, Medusa shouldn't have even been turned into a beast to begin with, and someone's bragging about taking from them. Slaying her, taking from her, killing her. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's like, whoever this is, it's like they get one off on people, and it's like, why are you proud of yourself or getting over on them or taking from them or, you know, sneaking or whatever? Like, it's not right or not fair. Something about it's not right or not fair. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the oldest stories about blaming the victim. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like whoever you're dealing with, this person might make up stories, right? Great noises and warming the water. Warming the feelings, right? Because emotion's about feelings. It's almost like this person can make a story to villainize someone to justify what they're doing. They might even do it to you with other people. Yeah, well, they did this to me and they treated me like that way and I got this from them. Ha ha ha. Like, and everyone might sense it, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's almost like knowing there's more to the story and people knowing it's fucked up. Like, this person justifies what they do in greed, which is what it comes down to. They're fucking greedy. They justify what or how they take from people that don't deserve to be manipulated or taken from like that. Does this make sense? I hope it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Let's get some insight, please. Let's get some insight, please. For secret code name mint chocolate chip. Like, this person needs a little bit of a reality check. Hello, MZ Monica. Nice to meet you. Let's see what's going on. What insight, please, into the spirit? We've got the Six of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords. You might be having anxiety about moving forward from this person. The Three of Swords clarified by the King of Wands. This is a non-committal person. Ten of Swords reversed. You might be conflicted because you don't want them to stab you in the back or something. And then the Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Wands. He's looking at it. Listen, I understand exactly what you just said, Miss Lorraine. Trust me, I'm well aware. The way these cards came out, we have the Six of Swords clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Moving forward or moving away can feel like a bit of a nightmare. Might be or feel very difficult. The Three of Swords with the King of Wands. Feeling like there's a hole there, right? Feeling that there's a hole there because someone is non-committing. They're not committing to the welfare or the well-being, right? They're just not. They're selfish or self-concerned. And feeling conflicted because you don't want to betray this person, but you don't want him to betray you either, right? You don't want them to betray you either. Stab you in the back or put you in a rough spot just in case. It's touchy. I think he might be looking at potentially moving in with you. If he finds himself in a really tough spot, I think he's going to try and play on your emotions, hoping that you give him a hand up. I'm dead serious. And it's going to leave you right top and bottom of the deck. We have the Eight of Swords with the Death card. Because it's going to change your whole reality. One way or the other. Because if this person is greedy and forces their way in and takes advantage, it's going to change your world. And if you decide to not let that happen or allow that to happen, that's going to change your entire dynamic with this person and the situation. Like either way is going to change. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like, and that's why I said, like, I feel like you already might even be able to see it or sense it. That there's some kind of vision, right? That there's some kind of vision that's kind of secret or cooking up. That's greedy. It's selfish. And they think they're going to get it over on you. You know what I mean? Like they think they're going to get it over on you. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Because if it's not this person specifically, then it could be someone very strong, fire, water. Very strong fire, water. They could even have really significant air placements because we do got a lot of swords out here. Scorpio is dominant. Gemini is dominant. Pisces is dominant. Any fire sign's dominant. But yeah. Yeah, you've definitely got someone, whether you realize it or not, they're definitely trying to see, or they're thinking about how they can make their way back in to your reality, to your life, because you're stable. Someone who's in need of stability. Yeah, well, Mercury's retrograding, and so is Pluto. People are coming back from the dead. People are coming back from the dead. Really. hopefully the divine just straight up intervenes and you are just undisturbed. I love when the universe does that. Like, the fact that I was inspired to change my fucking phone number the other day, I was like, huh, it's Mercury retrograde, right? And I'm being guided to change my phone number. Interesting, Spirit. Thanks. Thanks. I've had the same phone number, or at least had the same phone number, from the time I was 16. I'm 37. I had the same phone number for 21 years and just changed it. Just because I was guided to. Just changed it. Took my son to get a new phone. Changed his number. Got him a new phone. Changed my number. Said, fine, if you guys change your number, I'll change my number. Let's do it. Sometimes the universe just helps us dodge bullets. Now nobody has my number except my work and a couple close friends. That's it. That's it. It's nice. It's nice. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, just heed your intuition. Heed your intuition, because if you heed your intuition, you will absolutely dodge bullets. Yeah, it might be nice. It might be nice. Trust me, the piece is nice. Like, if anybody calls me, I know it's a fucking spam number, one, or someone calling for someone whose number it doesn't belong to anymore. So I've been having fun. Just block caller, block caller, block caller, block caller, delete. It's like, I know you ain't calling for me. Yep. Nobody knows my number. It's fucking nice. Nobody but my work knows my number. Yeah. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Especially if they've been popping up in like dream state, or they've been randomly popping into your head, like, or showing up in weird ways, like synchronistically, things that would have reminded you of them, like just weird little shit that's been popping up. Is because they're thinking about it, which is why you're being synchronistically pulled to also think about it, because things want to manifest. But if you shut that shit out like, nah, bitch, I know what you're doing. Nah, bitch. Yup. Yup. And nah, bitch. Nah. We know how this game works. Nah. There's a million trillion things I would rather fucking do than to be fucking with you. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's gonna be the fucking theme song for this whole reading. Little stupid ass bitch. I ain't fucking with you. There's a million trillion things I would rather fucking do. For real. Alright. Last secret code name. Smiley Balloon. We are starting at the 1 hour 19 and 19. 1:19:19. All right. Are you serious? He used to play that song? Oh my God, Lorraine. I'm going to die. I'm going to die on camera. I can't even. Oh my God, I can't even. Oh, wow. It's funny how he spelled that into being. Right? Wow. Oh my God. We're gonna read timestamp. Oh, that's too fucking good. Oh man. Smiley balloon. That's fucking great. Oh man. 50. All right. 120, 50. All right. Smiley balloon. Really, smiley balloon. The vision I got was one of those like helium filled balloons. It was a huge smiley face, like blow up balloon. I thought it was interesting because I've never gotten like a like a visual like that before. So let's see, smiley balloon, and those who are drawn to it. Really, that's the highlight of my fucking night brain. All right. What is it, please, Spirit? That what is dead must finally die. What is it? What is it concerning? What is it concerning? You're most welcome. You're very most welcome. What is it concerning, please, Spirit? Ooh. We got judgment and strength reversed, with the devil on bottom and temperance on top. All right. So, with these cards, one, I think you're done fucking pretending. Putting on a mask. Like you're strong when you don't feel strong. I think what you're doing is retreating to a place where you don't feel weak. Like you're not going to sit and pretend everything is fine when it's not. If you don't want to fucking be around people, then you don't want to be around people. People want you to put on the mask. They want you to act like you're okay. They want you to pretend everything's fine when it's not fine. I think what's ending is this feeling of wanting to curl up into a ball because you don't want to deal with it, and you have to keep putting on this face, right? The smiley balloon, this permanent smile just floating through the room. And it's like, it's almost like feeling stupid, right? It's like this feeling stupid for putting on a smiley face and just floating through space, like wondering what the fuck you're even doing around these people that you have to wear this mask for. You just want to get away from all of them. You want nothing to do with them. Might be business related, to be fair, with the devil card, because sometimes corporate or business type settings. People that make you feel small, like your feelings aren't important, right? This judgment card especially if someone's inappropriate. Or they make sexual jokes or sexual innuendos, or they're just straight up inappropriate. Because the devil in strength in reverse can definitely indicate that. What's the shadow or the demon involved that you're letting go of? Andros, the chariot. Sower of discord. Slayer of men. He can kill the master, the servant, and all assistants. This is someone who has a lot of control. And makes people feel kind of powerless. Keeps things stuck and unable to move forward. So this person may come off like a know-it-all too, and they may have their quote-unquote guard dogs. They're puppets. They're followers or quote-unquote posse. They're groupies. Insight, please. Clarities, please. Got 3 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles on the top and bottom. And I feel like you're trying to get everything in a row. Like stepping stones. It's like you can feel and sense the universe bringing something in for you. It can even be romantic in nature. And I feel like whatever this third energy is, right, business or otherwise, it doesn't matter. Take it as it resonates for you. whatever this third energy is, I feel like juggling, holding on to it. Juggling and holding on to it, because I've got the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Pentacles, right? Two of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Pentacles. It's definitely holding on to something. Okay. And then we've got the Ten of Swords clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, which is a sabotage or a betrayal of the foundation or the new beginning. Okay. What's being robbed is your peace, right? Seven of Swords clarified by the Four of Swords. You're losing or being robbed of your peace. It's a thief of your peace. And the Ten of Cups is in reverse with the Five of Cups. Losing the dream and being left with nothing but regret. I think if you're attached to a third party who really does put you down and make you feel weak because they're in control, right? You're not in control. They're in control. I think you need to reclaim control. I think you need to reclaim control. And I think you might need to let this person go and move on from them. Because whoever or whatever this energy is, they're keeping you from moving forward, right? I feel like they're eclipsing you. They're eclipsing you. And you continuing to humor them in your reality at all is stopping your manifestation on all fronts. On some level, you might not feel like you're capable or able to manifest better without them. I think you'd be surprised just how strong you are when you let go of your crutch, because I feel like this person is familiar and a crutch for you. It could be someone who reminds you of your father, if not your father outright. If you have wounds surrounding your father that is unhealed, open your eye to see, right? Open your eye here to see if dealing with said individual or circumstance isn't you attempting to heal certain issues you have with your father. Because like if your father didn't do it, like whatever you want this person to be, or whatever you want this person to do, it's the same thing you wished your father would have done. And you're trying to get them to do it because your father didn't. And instead of trying to get them to do it because your father didn't, the whole way to win that battle is to not partake in experience with people who have that same issue. Right? Like for example, my father was an alcoholic and he never quit drinking for me. And I asked him so many times to quit drinking and he always chose the alcohol, and so the love of, quote unquote, love of my life was a bad alcoholic. And I wanted him to quit drinking. I wanted him to quit drinking, not just for me, but for himself, for his family, right? His kids. But he didn't. He continued to drink. And the only way for me to truly heal that isn't through getting someone who drinks to quit drinking. It's to be with someone who doesn't drink to begin with. To stop chasing the healing. Because the healing is the pain, right? It's the devil. You have to learn the lesson with the Hierophant underneath in order to change your fate. The Wheel of Fortune, right? Under that. I realized that I don't want to date anybody who drinks and have them quit drinking for me to prove that I'm special, to prove that they love me, to prove that I matter. No, I matter and I'm lovable and I'm worth it when I find someone who's just straight sober. I'm not even dealing with that lesson anymore. I won't even date a guy that fucking drinks. I'm straight edge as hell. I'm going to date a guy that's straight edge as hell. And that's that. Right? I'm not even going through that lesson anymore. So I feel like whatever this is for you, I feel like you may have a wound related to your father that you're seeking to heal through someone else. And the answer is stop trying to seek healing it through them because it won't. Let them go. That's your toxicity manifest. That's your shadow manifest. That's your devil manifest, keeping you bound and in chains and under control. Losing out on your highest manifestation. They're eclipsing you, right? Go get your 10 of Cups. Don't live in regret. Don't live manifesting regret. The only way to heal it is to let it go and stop trying to heal it. You got to stop trying to heal it vicariously through someone else. I think that's going to be a big deal for you. If you resonated to this reading or your secret code name is Smiley Balloon, I think you got to stop putting on a happy face and just floating through every day when you might really want to cry inside because it's not your ideal reality, right? All right. So we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to take a minute for myself, and then I'm going to go live just one more time because I'm going to do a twin flame bonus edition for this full moon, separate live. So I love you all. Thank you for all the likes and comments. I greatly appreciate it. I love interacting with you guys. The channel is grateful, and I will see you again in just a bit. All right. Bye.